In the Samsung J2 production warehouse, raw silicon wafers are stacked with precision on pallets. A forklift approaches, ready to transport these materials for chip fabrication. These are the raw silicon wafers for Samsung J2 production, stacked with precision. The forklift approaches to transport them to the next stage of manufacturing. Reels of copper wiring and PCB substrates prepared for Samsung J2. The conveyor system activates, moving materials toward assembly. This scale enables efficient production of advanced electronics. Here, raw cells for the Samsung J2 are arranged in safety containers. A worker slides the container onto the conveyor for transport to testing, and every cell meets strict quality standards. These ultra-thin glass sheets for Samsung J2 display panels are stored in shock-proof racks. The robotic arm grips a sheet with precision. It lifts the sheet smoothly for transport. These ultra-detailed plastic pellets are the raw material for the Samsung J2 back cover. They pour into sealed containers, maintaining purity for high-quality injection molding. On anti-static tables, Samsung J camera modules are laid out with ultra detail. A worker's gloved hands carefully place modules into trays for assembly. This precision ensures flawless integration into devices. Components for the Samsung J2 are precisely sorted. Speaker, microphone, and vibration motor components are placed in labeled compartments. The tray moves onto the conveyor for assembly. Labeled bins contain sorted components for the Samsung J2. The conveyor merges screws, connectors, and flex cables. Observe the precision as Samsung J2 raw materials converge. A unified flow, synchronized for efficient production. This conveyor exits toward the loading dock. Raw materials for the Samsung J2 are moving efficiently from the warehouse on this conveyor system. The line reaches the truck loading platform, where materials are transferred for distribution.
All right, bringing the first pallet in. Copy, watch the ramp. Clear. Setting down now. Good, forklift's here for the next.
The loading proceeds with precision as the forklift arrives to handle the next batch. The forklift lifts the pallet of Samsung J2 components into the truck. The container door begins to close, securing the load. Securing the Samsung J2 shipment, doors closing and locking. Lock engaged, truck engine starting. The logistics truck, loaded with Samsung J2 materials, drives out of the supplier facility. It merges onto the industrial highway, continuing its journey. A convoy of Samsung J2 supply trucks travels in formation on this industrial route. Their synchronized movement ensures efficient delivery to the factory complex ahead. The complex appears on the horizon, marking the final stage of this logistics operation. The automated gates of the Samsung J2 plant open, allowing the logistics convoy to enter. This seamless integration of security and logistics drives efficient manufacturing operations. The Samsung J2 truck moves through the factory yard.
Whoa, steady now! Keep it straight!
Dock workers signal the truck to stop at the intake zone.
Stop!
Perfectly aligned. Aligning with precision guides. Platform hydraulics extending. Contact confirmed. Docking. Platform locks into place. Hydraulic clamps engaging. Conveyor startup initiated. Connection secured. Conveyor begins moving Samsung J2 materials inside. The dock platform connects to the truck, ready to unload Samsung J2 materials. The conveyor begins moving materials inside. At Samsung J2's logistics hub, trucks are docked and ready for unloading. Dock doors are opening now, signaling the start of the transfer process. This efficient operation ensures seamless delivery. The industrial dock doors are opening. Conveyor belts are activating, transporting Samsung J2 materials inward. This automated process ensures efficient material flow. Sealed Samsung J2 component crates are transferred from the truck. The crates pass the factory threshold line. They proceed onto the conveyor system.
Scan complete, crate cleared.
Moving it forward now.
Next one ready.
Pushing forward.
The Samsung J2 materials enter the main logistics corridor. They travel on the conveyor system toward the sorting zone. The conveyor curves smoothly, optimizing the flow for processing. The diverter arm activates, redirecting the first component. The component is placed on the right path, which accelerates. The next diverter arm sorts another component leftward. This path also accelerates, continuing the efficient sorting. Samsung J2 components advance for automated inspection. Scanners sweep for precision quality checks. Green light confirms activation and scan initiation. Components move through for complete analysis. The robotic loader precisely positions approved Samsung J2 materials into the pre-processing storage racks. The arm retracts smoothly, preparing for the next cycle. The robotic arm releases the materials onto the conveyor, which accelerates toward the preparation area. This automated step ensures precision and efficiency in the production workflow. The Samsung J2 component crates enter the initial processing zone. Sealed boxes are aligned beside the industrial prep tables. A worker reaches to open the crate lid. The pneumatic tool activates, removing staples along the crate's edges. The lid is now free, revealing the internal components. The workers lift the lid and set it aside, exposing the contents. Here we see the Samsung J2 components laid out with precision on stainless steel tables. A worker's hand slides the components forward, ensuring they are ready for the next stage of assembly. The Samsung J2 PCB is placed onto the inspection tray. The tray moves steadily along the conveyor. Under LED lights, every component is checked. Samsung J2 plastic housing parts enter the cleaning tunnel. High-pressure air jets blast away any contaminants. The parts emerge clean and ready for assembly. Samsung J2 metal components pass through anti-static treatment rollers. Electrical discharges neutralize surface charges on the parts. Treated parts exit toward bins, ensuring reliable assembly. Samsung J2 metal components enter the anti-static treatment rollers. Rollers rotate, creating controlled discharges to neutralize static. Treated parts exit smoothly toward collection bins. Workers place Samsung J2 components into color-coded trays for sorting. Trays are pushed onto the conveyor, ensuring efficient line sorting. Samsung J2 components enter the controlled humidity staging area. The conveyor curves toward the assembly entry. The Samsung J2 components are queued, ready for the core lines. Conveyors activate, advancing the assemblies forward. The assembly line gates begin to open. Samsung J2 PCBs enter the high-speed SMT line, moving rapidly on the conveyor. The SMT placement head descends, gripping a PCB and integrating components seamlessly. The robotic head aligns with the circuit board. A microchip is placed with high precision. The completed board moves forward on the conveyor. The process repeats for the next chip. The robotic head places microchips with extreme precision. Each component is aligned and set in milliseconds. The completed board moves forward on the conveyor. Samsung J2 circuit boards enter the reflow soldering oven on a conveyor belt. Inside, they are exposed to intense heat, causing a subtle glow. The heated boards emerge from the oven, ready for the next stage. Initiating automated optical inspection on Samsung J2 PCBs. Laser scan in progress, verifying components and solder integrity. Board approved, sliding forward for next stage. The automated optical inspection camera scans the Samsung J2 PCB. Servo motors position the camera for high-resolution imaging. After approval, the board slides forward on the conveyor. The arm grips an approved board. It places the board on the main conveyor. A rejected board is moved aside. The process repeats efficiently. The Samsung J2 PCB advances into the connector insertion machine. Precise alignment ensures perfect connector seating. Next sockets are inserted with equal accuracy. The fully populated board moves to the next stage. The fully populated Samsung J2 PCB advances into the connector insertion zone. Press-fit connections are made with precise, high-speed clicks. Socket components are inserted, completing the automated assembly. The Samsung J2 mainboards arrive at the assembly entry point. The conveyor rhythm is constant as station lights activate. Robotic arms begin precise integration of the mainboards. Samsung J2 mainboards arrive at the assembly entry point. The conveyor rhythm begins, transporting boards to integration. Assembly stations power up and lights activate. Button integrity confirmed.